I was playing through Fire Emblem the other day, and I got to a point in the game where I could start giving my characters all the best weapons. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't mean that everyone gets a cool and special weapon because there's only so many of those in the game, and they're reserved for my favourite characters. As for everyone else, they just get the standard stuff. Now, in Fire Emblem, standard weapons progress through 4 categories, which are Slim, or Training in some of the newer games, then Iron, Steel, and Silver, with Silver being the best. Now, on paper, this is a pretty handy system for weapon progression, because as the weapons get better, they become made out of better metals. There is a problem with this though. In real life, Silver, as far as making weapons go, isn't very good. So what's the deal with silver weapons then? One easy answer is that silver weapons look silver, in that they look like the color silver and not the metal silver. Or the word silver can just mean good, much like the idea behind bronze, silver and gold medals. And no, before anyone asks, gold is not a good metal to make weapons out of, but that's another topic. Either that, or since this is a video game, you can just accept that some weapons have better stats than others, and that you probably shouldn't think about it too much. But what if we did? To start us off, what are silver weapons like in Fire Emblem? Compared to steel weapons, silver is lighter and it's stronger, and obviously it looks silver. In real life, however, silver is a lot heavier than steel, it's also a lot weaker than steel, but it does look silver. So if nothing else, a silver weapon would look very pretty. Silver is also a rare metal, so that adds to the bling factor of it. Much like rocking up in an exotic sports car, if you rock up to battle with a pretty and rare sword, you feel pretty good. Silver weapons are also famously good against werewolves. Unfortunately, this doesn't mean that they're good for hitting people. In fact, probably the most dangerous thing you could do with silver is to melt it down and then pour it on top of someone's head. So what might be a more appropriate metal than silver? One real life example would be titanium, which is lighter than steel and harder than steel, and it looks silver. However, titanium sword just doesn't have the same ring to it. It doesn't really fit in with the whole fantasy world thing. So what's another possible metal? Staying with the fantasy theme, how about silver steel? Or to use its more famous name, Mithril. To quote Tolkien, or more specifically to quote Gandalf, Mithril, all folks desired it. It could be beaten like copper and polished like glass, and the dwarves could make of it a metal, light and yet harder than tempered steel. Its beauty was like that of common silver, but the beauty of Mithril did not tarnish or grow dim. So from that, the key characteristics of Mithril are that it is stronger than steel, lighter than steel, and it looks a lot like a metal whose name is also a colour. Which does seem to match the description of Fire Emblem's silver weapons, doesn't it? Given that, it's probably best to think of Fire Emblem's silver weapons as being made out of something like Mithril. So the next time you're playing a fantasy game and you see silver weapons, remember, they're probably not made out of silver. And that's the deal with silver weapons. Probably not made from actual silver.